the CFU 2026 Club Shield, brought to you by the Caribbean Football Union.
Good afternoon and welcome to Data Bowling Stadium in Couva, Trinidad and Tobago. We are all set for quarterfinal action in the 2026 CFU Club Shield match between Helenites, representing the US Virgin Islands, against Metropolitan Football Academy of Puerto Rico. So just about 8 minutes or so from kickoff. 1:30 this match will start, and only one team will advance to the semi-final. So team just putting in their final preparations. We're going to just take a short break and we'll be right back. Ask you to stay tuned.
.com or contact Flo to learn how to subscribe.
It doesn't matter if you speak English or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
So welcome back to Data Bowling Stadium in Couva. Of course, thank you for tuning into 360 TV. My name is Jelani Beckles on behalf of the entire team. It's a privilege to bring you this quarterfinal action between Metropolitan and Helenites. Of course, we want to say thank you to the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association for the host of these 2026 CFU Club Shield. Of course, we are streaming on Blue, Flo's premium streaming service, home to every 2026 CPL T20 match, Premier League, Champions League, and a lot more. So it's a top platform to view your favorite sports. We're going to ask our local Flow rep now to subscribe today. All our people to subscribe to that local subscription. Of course, the 2026 CFU Under 14 Challenge Series boys competition is up next. Of course, following this competition, it doesn't end here. The Under 14 boys will be in action from August 16th to 23rd in the Dominican Republic. So So just a few moments away from kickoff. The teams are now, they take a look at the starting 11s of Helenites. We have Ralph Montero, Malachi Daniel of Trinidad and Tobago. He's a lot of TNT footballers on the team. Brendan Guvers, Jaden McCree, Cade Winchester, Aiden DeGans, also of Trinidad and Tobago. Alejandro Harper, Jimson St. Louis, Jamal York, Calvin Metcalf, and Hassan El Said. So that's the starting 11 for Helenites. Representing the Virgin Islands and for Metropolitan, seeing the starting lineup on your screen: Jose Ayala, James Valkenburg, Damian Dominguez, Guillermo Campo, Marcos Martinez, Joseph Marrero, Joel Burgos Adorno, Fabian Bordegari, Carlos Ferreira, and others. So a lot of top teams, a lot of top players on show tonight, this evening rather. So you're seeing the players coming out there. Helenites will be clad in blue this afternoon and Metropolitan in white. These teams, of course, had contrasting results getting to the quarterfinals in the round of 16. Metropolitan had an easy win against North Leeward Predators of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They came away with a 4-0 victory in that round of 16 match. Julian Terron was the star of the show. He scored a hat-trick on that day. Along with Jorge Rivera, he got the other item for Metropolitan.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now the starting lineup for both teams.
But for Helenites,
Helenites SC.
they didn't even have to take the field as they got a walkover win over Baltimore of 80 in that round of 16. So they,
Number 4, Brendan Dubas.
their last match, however, Helenites, they got a first round victory against over St. Paul's United.
Number 13, Alejandro Harper.
So they have been some good form, Helenites. We hope they're not too rusty after not being in action in the round of 16, but we'll soon find out.
And the captain is number 19, Calvin Metcalf. The head coach is Stefan Theophilus. Now the starting lineup for Metropolitan FA. In goal, number 1, Jose Ayala. Number 2, James Valkenburg. Number 4, Damian Dominguez. Number 5, Guillermo Campo. Number 8, Marcos Martinez. Number 10, Joseph Moreno. Number 17, Joel Burgos. Number 20, Fabian Bordegari. Number 30, Julian Terron. Number 89, Carlos Ferrer. And the captain is number 23, Matias Maroni. The head coach is Jorge Silvetti. The officials for this afternoon's game: referee Randy Napoleon of St. Lucia. First assistant referee Joseph Kerr Wilson of Jamaica. Second assistant referee Ainsley Maria of Curacao. And the fourth official is Evans Junis of Bahamas.
Yes, welcome back to Data Bowling Stadium in Couva. The players later this week. If you're now joining us, of course, Helenites in all blue against Metropolitan in the white uniforms. Seems that, yeah, Metropolitan will be kicking off today's proceedings. Scorching conditions here at Data Bowling Stadium in Couva, 1:30 local time. It's the rainy season in Trinidad and Tobago, but a lot of sun today. No hint of rain around. Certainly players will try to keep themselves hydrated. So there we go, we're off and running. Good strong challenge immediately. course, Helenites will certainly want to keep Teron very quiet. As I mentioned earlier, he scored a hat-trick in Metropolitan's round of 16 victory over the North Leeward Predators. Teron's number 30. Certainly he's on the right wing at the moment. Good sliding tackle there by James Valkenburg. Halting the progress of the Helenites in that attack. Jose Ayala is in goal for Metropolitan. He's from Argentina. On the other end, keeper for Helenites is Ralph Montero. It's early stages here so far. Both teams trying to settle down in this quarterfinal match in the CFU Club Shield contest. Attempt on goal there by Metropolitan. Blocked by the defenders. So, that was Teron trying to, didn't control it well there. If he controlled that, probably had a chance to get across in, but first touch let him down on that occasion. Teron is number 30. He will certainly want to get his name on the score sheet yet again. Losing possession, Helenites. Shot from distance, but easily dealt with by Helenites keeper Montero. Struck from distance, a real ambitious effort there by the Metropolitan midfielder. That was number 89. Carlos Ferrer. That was Damian Dominguez with the headband on, trying to make some space and make some room for himself up that right flank. Throw in by Dominguez. Well, the chance was shot here, and it's shot just over the bar. Good effort there. It fell to the Metropolitan attacker near the penalty area, but he couldn't get on top of it, and it went over the bar. Take a second look at that one. Yeah, couldn't get on top of it. Yeah, that was number 17. Joel Burgos. Joel Burgos. Good effort by him. Foul there on number 3 of Helenites, Malachi Daniel. He'll feel right at home. He is from Trinidad and Tobago. Left winger, Malachi Daniel. Quite a few Trinidadians in the starting 11 for the Helenites. Yeah, 4 Trinidadians in the starting 11 for Helenites. Malachi Daniel, Jaden McCree, Aiden DeGans, and Alejandro Harper. So brilliantly controlled by Brendan Gervers, but then loses possession to Teron. Nice passing here from Metropolitan. Cross comes in. It's just a little too much on it by Dominguez was the one who put in the cross, and it was just evaded Burgos. Burgos couldn't get on that one, so Burgos certainly in the action so far in this one. He had a chance a few minutes ago, but couldn't keep it down, and it sailed over the crossbar. Another half chance there probably to give Metropolitan the lead. So Metropolitan certainly with a better attacking play so far. The Gans turning away from the defenders. Plays a lovely ball onto the right side. Excellent chest pass there, so nice interchange here of passes. But loses possession now, back to Metropolitan. Loses the ball there. Padagari. So both teams struggling to keep possession for any length of time. Malachi Daniel again showing his space, and he's fouled yet again. Daniel. So earns a free kick here for Helenites. This free kick more than about 30 yards from goal, so probably might may attempt to cross into the box. Be very ambitious to shoot from this distance. Number 13, Alejandro Harper. Harper is behind it. Puts in a right foot cross here. The heads go up, but the keeper holds on quite comfortably. That's Jose Ayala. Comfortable catch in the end. Yeah, no team, just 8 minutes into this match, no team really dominating proceedings just yet. Was Metropolitan with a couple looking more dangerous in the attacking third. This one played into Teron, doesn't control it perfectly, but it loses possession, so back to Helenites. Gans runs, finds his Daniel again showing his speed and showing his ability to attack defenders and try to dribble past them, but he loses possession and it eventually falls to the keeper, Ayala, so danger avoided there for Metropolitan, fondly called Metro for short. Of course, Metropolitan representing Puerto Rico, and Helenites based in the US Virgin Islands. Daniel wins possession. El Sayad. The Gans. Wide to El Sayad. Finds Daniel, back to the Gans. Decent spell of possession here for the Helenites. York tries to find Daniel. Foul call on the Gans, so Metropolitan, the Gans fouled Julian Teron, so free kick to Metropolitan. Yeah, just that one clear-cut chance we saw a few moments ago for Metropolitan. But the volley attempt by Burgos fortunately went over the top. So we got 0-0, still squared at 0-all. We here, of course, at the Attabullen Stadium in Couva quarter-final action. Sun spread wide, beautiful pass to El Said. Tries to find Daniel. Down the left flank, he tries to keep that one in play. Jaden McCree, but couldn't. So the throw goes to Metro. Actually, free kick for Helenites. This one, El Said tries to squeeze that pass through to Cade Winchester, but complete that pass is thrown in by El Said, controlled by Harper. My apologies, McCree. Turns and shoots. It scores! What a cross! McCree controlled it in the box, and in one motion he got past his defender and put in a low cross. And it was a comfortable, easy chance by the number 10. He just had to slot it home from about 7 or 8 yards out. And goal number 1 on today. Let's take a look at the replay. El Said with the throw. An excellent turn by McCree. And a perfect cross.
Ladies and gentlemen, that goal for Helenites SC in the 13th minute was scored by number 16, Jimson St. Louis.
Yeah, Jimson St. Louis.
Score is Helenites SC.
Jimson St. Louis getting on the mark,
FA
getting his name on the score sheet, giving Helenites a 1-0 lead in the 13th minute. But excellent. But a lot of credit has to be given to Jaden McCree, who controlled that ball beautifully in box and in one action just got past the defender and put in a lovely low cross. So Helenites, they had a decent passage of play leading up to the goal. Started to have a lot more possession. So some would say probably a deserved 1-0 lead. So Metro with some work to do now. (1-0). This one. A lot of physical play in the middle of the park there. Free kick goes the way of Helenites. A lot of Helenites attacks have come up the left side, led by El Said. McCree and Daniel all operating on the left side, showing a lot of pace and energy up that flank. Again, ball is with Daniel. Daniel tries to find the Gans, but couldn't. It's true, there's a shot on goal by the Gans, but called offside. So if you're now joining us, it's 1-0 here between Helenites and Metropolitan Football Academy. In the 15th minute, 13-minute strike gave Helenites the lead. Jimson St. Louis was well assisted by Jaden McCree to give Helenites a 1-0 lead. A lot of time to play, of course. We're just into minute number 60 now. It's a short delay in progress now. One of the Helenites players, he is on the ground. Just receiving a little bit of attention here from some of his teammates. He's back on his feet now. Lofted ball, trying to find McCree, but it was too long on that occasion. The Metropolitan will have to try to start to control possession yet again. They had most of the possession in the opening 7 or 8 minutes until Helenites settled down and really got themselves back in the game, which eventually led to the opening goal of this contest. Goofers, El Said. Really playing the ball confidently in the back. Don't want to be too confident in those sort of areas. If you lose the ball, it'll be a chance to lose the ball now. Foul called on the Gans. So free kick coming here in a dangerous position for Metro. It's about 26 or 27 yards from goal. Maybe a bit ambitious to try a shot from this distance, but maybe a cross into the box may be a better option, but we'll soon find out. Metropolitan trying to get themselves back into this contest. Seeing Matthias Maruni, the captain of Metropolitan, he's one of those players standing behind the ball along with Boragari. So Boragari who takes a shot, but was really a wasted effort in the end. Not sure if it was a cross or a shot really, but it just sailed over the crossbar. So really team effort in the end, disappointing to say the least. Yeah, just taking a look at that. Yeah, I'm not sure what he was attempting there, if it was a cross or a shot, but either way, Helenites will be happy to see that one out. This one is played. Loses possession there, Helenites. Goes to run. Wins it back there, Goovers for Helenites. Into minute number 19. This first half has gone by quite quickly so far. Quite even in terms of possession, but most importantly, Helenites, they have the one goal advantage. Strike in the 13 minutes by St. Louis. Gans controls it in the center of the park. El Said now finds Daniel. Gans tries to find Winchester in the middle, but loses possession. So that was McCree, number 5, who first gave it to the Gans, and the Gans tried to find Winchester, but lost possession there. Ball into the box. Sure, attempted to play it in the box, but cleared the lines quite well there, Helenites. This ball is with Daniel now. Daniel finds McCree. McCree doing well, trying to dribble past his defender. Plays it back to Daniel. So the two players from Trinidad and Tobago combining quite well there on the left flank. So I'm switching sides now. All the way back to the goalkeeper. It seemed that back pass was almost didn't have enough on that one. The keeper and McCree battling there, but the keeper Ayala, he comes away on top. Trying to make some room here for himself. Morero. Nowhere to go, he has to go back. So good defensive work here by Helenites. Cleared by El Said. One back again by Helenites, but a free kick called. McCree is questioning that call. So just about halfway through this first half. 1-0 Helenites. 13-minute strike by St. Louis. Beautifully set up by Jaden McCree. This one, again, one back by Helenites. Played wide to El Said up this left flank. Gans. Now it's with El Said. El Said plays the ball, tries to find Daniel. Pass was just a bit too short on that occasion. Given away. The Gans with an effort, and he cracks it, just sails over the bar. An attempt from almost 30 yards out. It was not a bad effort, but couldn't keep it down. Just taking a look at that replay. Giving the ball away there quite cheaply, and the Gans with an ambitious effort really, but not a bad effort in the end, but didn't force a save from the keeper, Ayala. So a good attacking play here from Metro. That was Burgos trying to get the cross in, but was blocked by the Helenites defense. Another attack here by, well, a beautiful run here by Helenites. That's, what a run, but it brought down. Yeah, took that ball, dribbled with the ball for about 30 or 35 yards there. Helenites. So free kick for Helenites. Yeah, that was number 16, the goal scorer, St. Louis. Showing his great speed there. Just take a look at this one. Yeah, what a run it was. I said 30 yards, but that was being a bit too modest. It was more like 40, 45 yards. He showed some good pace there. The cross comes into the box now. The keeper easy for Ayala. Floated that one. Too much A on that cross. Made life very easy for Ayala. Metro really struggling to create chances in these last 10 to 15 minutes. In the opening 10 minutes, they did create a couple of chances, but probably regretting now not putting one of those chances away. Helenites defense have really stood firm. Good passage of player ball into number 17, Burgos. Just manages to keep it in play. Cross comes into the box now, but well cleared by Helenites. It finds McCree. McCree does well. What's it? Daniel. Well supported by El Said and Winchester. Back to the Gans. Plays it to Calvin Metcalf. The Gans. Tried to switch sides there, the Gans, but could only find a Metro player. So they get back to regain possession, Metro. This one is a long ball, but a bit too much on it, so keeper, Helenites keeper Montero collects quite comfortably. So we're into minute 27 now. They've deserved a 1-0 advantage here, Helenites. Following the opening 10 minutes where Metro really had a bulk of possession, Helenites has really dominated possession and looked more promising in the attacking third following those opening 10 minutes. This is Tehran. Tehran has been very quiet. Of course, Tehran scoring a hat-trick in the Metro's round of 16 match. They'll hope to get Tehran more involved, and that's number 34 Metro. That effort charged wrong by Dominguez. Dominguez trying to play the ball upfield, but charged wrong. So we're going to have a short break here. The players will take very similar to what we saw in the FIFA World Cup. We're going to take a short drinks break with the Helenites to 1-0 lead. Yeah, just taking a look at the opening goal. Yeah, that was McCree with a beautiful low cross to St. Louis, who had a simple task really of just slotting home from it's about 7 or 8 yards out. That was the goal that gave Helenites the lead in the 13th minute. St. Louis. Well created again, of course, by McCree. He has to be given a lot of credit. So that's the only goal that's given Helenites a 1-0 advantage so far. Goal came in 13 minutes. So some work here to do for Metro. Of course, the win advances to the semi-finals later this week. Semi-finals of the CFU Club Shield. So these are quarterfinal matches, doubleheader today at Dato Bowling Stadium. Following this match, we'll have a match between Inter Willemstad of Curacao versus Delfines of Dominican Republic. These players now returning to the field after just a short drinks break. Really hot conditions here at Dato Bowling Stadium. Certainly Helenites will be the happier of the two teams. Forgot to mention that the referee for this game is Renly Napoleon. Okay, play has resumed. Napoleon of St. Lucia. So El Said stands behind this free kick. McCree, and Winchester tries to win possession for Helenites. Strong battle there between two teams. This one is now at the feet of Tehran. Finds Dominguez. Forced to go back. Playing at Helenites with a fairly high line. Their defenders almost close to the halfway line. We'll have a short break in play here. Not one of the Metro players is on the ground. Yeah, that's number 89. Carlos Ferrer. So he's seeking some attention now. Of course, we want to thank the Caribbean Football Union for continuing to give these club footballers throughout the region platform to showcase their skills. They are the main organizers of the CFU Club Shield. Also, we want to also thank the National Carnival Commission of Trinidad and Tobago and Media 2022 Media 22 Limited for their kind cooperation as well in supporting the CFU Club Shield. So we're going to thank UNCC and Media 22 Limited. Yeah, so you've seen Ramos warming up for Metro, so we may have a change. Maybe forced to make an early substitute here, Metro, as Ferrer is still on the field. See number 99 Ramos. He's ensuring he stays warm. Hector Ramos. This will probably lead to quite a few minutes stoppage time at the end of this first half, following the drinks break, and I've had a couple injuries during this first half. So yeah, we've seen so Ramos has entered the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Metropolitan FA in the 34th minute. Leaving the game, number 89, Carlos Ferrer. Entering the game, number 99, Hector Ramos. Substitution, Metropolitan FA in the 34th minute.
So a long ball trying to find McCree. He plays it well back to Winchester. Winchester trying to keep possession, but closed on quite quickly by Metro. Dominguez with the ball on the right flank here for Metro. Finds Burgos. Morero, rather, number 10 for Metro. So when a cross comes in, tries to find Tehran, but well cleared by El Said. Getting rid of any danger there, El Said. A very good clearance there to avoid danger. This one is in the middle of the park for Metro. Pass into the box. Good. Not a bad pass there by Morero. Bit too long though, so the keeper Montero, he had an easy Collected that one quite comfortably. Montero again clears it, tries to find McCree. Well defended by Metro. Finds a foot on, no, substitute Ramos. Of course, Ramos just coming onto the field, replacing his teammate. Of course, Ferrer came off injured. Soon finds Tehran on the right flank. Trying to get past El Said, plays it into the ball. Good, was a chance there to get a shot off, but couldn't. Free kick goes the other way, so free kick to Helenites. Despite a free kick being called on Helenites, the Metro player Tehran, he's on the field. He's on the ground, rather. So not going the way of Metro so far in this first half. Just take a look at the replay. I think it was a right call there by referee Napoleon. So just 8 minutes of regular time left in this first half, but we expect quite a few minutes of stoppage time. There were a couple lengthy delays after a couple players got injured, and also along with the drinks break. So we expect at least maybe 4 or 5 minutes added on time. But in the meantime, it's Metro trying to get themselves back into this match. Gives it away though to McCree. Daniel now. Back to McCree. It's been very dangerous up the left flank, Helenites. So the cross comes into the box now, but easily dealt with by Metro keeper Ayala. El Said just manages to get it, find his teammate. This is Ramos, the substitute. Ramos again, tries to find his teammate, but gives it away again. That final pass, letting down Metro. Really struggle to create decent goal scoring opportunities in this first half. This is Daniel, trying to get past Dominguez. Good battle here between the two. Goal kick, so Dominguez wins that battle between the two. Both very quick players, Dominguez and Daniel. Dominguez, slightly taller player. He wins the battle on this occasion. So the 30-minute strike by St. Louis separating these two teams. Of course, quarterfinal action live at Metropolitan Stadium in Couva. 2026 CFU Club Shield quarterfinal action. El Said tries to get past Tehran, but fine. Foul called on Tehran, so free kick here for Metro. Trying to get as many players in the box here, close to the box, Metro. Comfortable catch in the end there for Helenites keeper Montero. They've received a 1-0 lead here, Helenites. They've looked a lot more convincing in attack. So on the throw in by El Said finds Digans. Digans trying to evade his defender here. Back to El Said. Cross comes in. Comfortably cleared there by Metro. This one is at the feet of Ramos now. Plays a lovely ball. Tries to find Burgos and a foul here. Strong tackle there. Very strong tackle there by Helenites. He had to time that one perfectly there, York. Yeah, Jamal York. It's from St. Vincent, York. St. Vincent represented in this match through Jamal York. There's a free kick here. I've got quite a few. This one is a header. Just got a head on it there, Ramos, but just got past the post and couldn't capitalize. It was a decent effort. I was about to say that they've gotten quite a few free kicks in this first half and not failing to capitalize on any of them. Yeah, it was not a bad header at all, but couldn't find the target, so still 1-0 to Helenites. Just into minute number 43 now, so just 2 minutes, so about 2.5 minutes left in the first half, including, but it doesn't include, we'll have a few minutes extra time, a few minutes stoppage time. Quite a few. Couple of players went down injured in the first half, so probably expect at least 4 or 5 minutes added on time. It's uncleared. This one falls at the feet of Teron. Teron tries to find his teammate in the center of the park. That is number 20. 20, Bodagari. Bodagari trying to put pressure here now on the keeper, Montero, but he clears it just in time. Dominguez setting up here for a long throw, throws it into the box. Cleared in the end. Ball back on the foot of Dominguez. Tackled by Daniel. This one finds McCree with a chest pass to Daniel. Daniel with a very ambitious effort from 30 yards out. Sails over the bar, so maybe, not sure if that'll be the last chance of this first half. You're seeing about to start stoppage time in this first half.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sidelines has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes added to the first half.
Yeah, so just 2 minutes added on time. Surprise is not more because there one player, couple injuries that players needed a bit of attention, and along with the short drinks break, I thought it might have been a few more minutes, but just 2 minutes added on time. Helenites still holding on to 1 goal advantage. This one played into Burgos. Burgos trying to get past his defender. Gets across in, but it's easily dealt with by Helenites. Yeah, if you look back at this first half, it was first 10 minutes dominated by Metro. They were able to create a couple chances on goal. Failed to capitalize, but after those first 10 minutes, Helenites have really controlled this first half, really dominating possession and creating better chances on goal. Looked a lot more promising in attack, a lot of speed on the, especially on the left side, led by Daniel and McCree, and El Said, of course. So on the foot of the Gans now, finds El Said. El Said with some room in front of him. He travels with the ball quite a long way. Tries to cut back on his defender, but loses possession. And that's the end of the first half. So first half comes to an end.
The score is Helenites SC 1, Metropolitan
1-0 the
FA
score to
0.
Helenites. The 13-minute strike by St. Louis.
At this time, the Caribbean
The difference
Football
between the
Union
two teams here. We ask you to
tournament
stay tuned and join us in about 15 minutes time as we
Sports,
have the second half action for you.
And Tory.
It doesn't matter if you speak English, or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
Dr. Bullen Stadium in Couva, Trinidad for this quarterfinal match between Metropolitan Football Academy and Helenites. Of course, this I want to thank all the organisers and sponsors of this event, TT Football Association and Blue.
At half-time, entering the game.
Of course, just one goal separated two teams at this time. Of course, following this CFU Club Shield, we have the under 14 Challenge Series. Will start almost immediately following this tournament. So just one goal in it so far. That 30-minute strike by St. Louis of Helenites. So, separating the two teams, and second half has just kicked off here. Of course, Helenites in blue, Metro in the white uniforms this afternoon. Of course, this is the first match of a doubleheader at Dr. Bullen Stadium. Second match will be between Inter Willemstad of Curacao against Delfines of the Dominican Republic. So a lot of action here at Dr. Bullen Stadium. Just Metro trying to get themselves back into this contest. Of course, if the match is all square at the end of the game, we'll go straight to penalties. No extra time in this tournament. Straight to penalty kicks. Of course, at first half, Julian Terron was kept very quiet. Terron scored a hat-trick for Metropolitan in their round of 16 victory over North Leeward Predators. But Terron not get himself on the score sheet today so far. Helenites will hope to keep him quiet. Hope he continues to stay quiet. Good energetic start here by Metro in the second half. So an ambitious effort there from distance, charged on by Helenites. So the cross comes into the box. Didn't pick it up cleanly, Montero, but eventually holds on. You've seen a couple substitution. Gabriel Mendez. He's come on as substitute for Metro. He's operating on the left flank, Mendez. So trying to get a boost of energy off the bench here. Metro. Hopefully Mendez can provide it. This one is in Ramos, trying to get some space, plays it wide. Cross comes into the box, tries to find a substitute, plays it back into the box again, but cleared by Helenites. Yes, good energetic start here by Metro. They have really desperate for a goal now to keep their tournament going. If they can't score in this second half, they'll be packing the bags and heading home. This one's controlled and it's just over the bar. A good through ball into Ramos. He controlled it with his chest and tried to just volley it over the keeper, but he couldn't get it. He couldn't get over it, and it went over the crossbar with good chance there for Ramos. So good start here to the second half by Metro. Already created a couple chances. It was well controlled by Ramos, but just didn't have the final touch. Yeah, good energetic start here. Very lively indeed by Metro. A lot more intense. This was Mendez on the ball, substitute Mendez. So both substitutes looking quite good so far in this course, Ramos, who just got a chance, he came on in the first half for the injured Ferrer. And Mendes, who came on at half-time, he's with possession now. Tries to play that through ball, but again, good passage of play here for Metro. It's into Ramos. Mendes. Wide to number 20, that's Bordagay. The cross comes in, and that's a very good glance at, and he scores. Ramos, who got a chance just a couple moments ago, it's all square now. Ramos with a lovely glancing header, and it's 1-1. What a start here to the second half for
Ladies and gentlemen, that goal
Metro.
for Metropolitan FA in the 50th minute was scored by
You see
number
Mendes played it wide.
Ramos.
Then
The score
Bordagay
is Metropolitan
with a lovely
FA
cross and
1,
just
Helenites SC
lovely glancing header there. Well, it wasn't really a glance. It was almost behind him, and he ensured that he got in position to head that one home. Yeah, I call it a glancing header indeed. So what a start to the second half, and we all square 1-1. So all to play for now. Can't say they don't deserve it. They really came out the dressing room with a lot of energy, Metropolitan. And a deserved goal again. It's into Bordagay to Ramos. So all to play for now. Let's see if Helenites can respond. Helenites seem like they're still in the dressing room. Very slow start for them in the second half. Really intense start to this second half by Metro, and they got a deserved equalizer. So we got a goal early in the first half in the 13th minute from St. Louis, who gave Helenites the lead, and just got a early second half goal as well by substitute Ramos. Lovely header by the tall, imposing figure of Ramos. Came on shortly after the half-hour mark for the injured Ferrer. So he substitutes, definitely doing the job here for Metro. In possession again here, Metro. Really dominated the second half so far. This one is played into Mendes. Mendes tries to return the pass, but a bit too much on that one. Yeah, too much work there to do for the number 8, Martinez. Yeah, substitutes really doing the job so far. Mendes helped set up that equalizer for Metro. Mendes, if you're now joining, Mendes found Bordagay on the right hand side, and Bordagay put in a cross that met the head of Ramos that level up the contest. So 1-1. Of course, if this game stays as it is, or it's a 2-all draw, or even 3-all draw, we'll go straight to penalties. This one, another chance here. Tries to get that one. Tries to find Tehran at the top of the box, but timely interception. Given away by Helenites. One back by Helenites. That's, yeah, well, one there by Harper. Harper again in possession. To El Sae. To the Gans. The Gans try to find goal scorer St. Louis, but they want to weren't on the same page on that occasion. Ramos does win possession. Borghi sees the keeper off the line, tries a chip, but decent effort. Saw the Helenites keeper Montero off the line, and ambitious effort, but he wasn't that far off. But it remains 1-1. Winchester tries to win the ball there. Falls to St. Louis. St. Louis gets dribbles around the player very well. Finds it to Harper. Harper with a shot from distance and goes team effort in the end. Sales goes well wide of the post. Yeah, so exciting start to this second half. So both teams will really go after this third goal of the match. Not sure if it will be the winner, because there's still a lot of time left in this contest. Certainly, whoever scores the next goal will certainly have one foot in that semi-finals later this week. Dominguez with the ball now for Metro. Yeah, playing a lot more confidently now, Metro, after that equalizing goal. Gerver clears it for Helenites, but seemed that it was a handball signal, it seemed. Yeah, so 56 minutes into this contest, 1-1 all to play for still. Of course, second match, invite you to stay tuned to the stream. Later on, we'll have another quarter-final match between Inter Willemstad of Curacao against Delfines of the Dominican Republic. That match scheduled to kick off at 4 p.m. This one with the Gans in the center of the park. Good skill shown by the Gans. Wins a free kick. Gans tries to find St. Louis. St. Louis with some work to do here. Showing good pace. Good battle between the two, but St. Louis does well, brilliantly to get past the defender and plays it across in and just too close to the keeper, Ayala, and can't capitalize on that opportunity, but it was brilliantly done by St. Louis up that right flank to create that opportunity. Ball is with Mendez again. Mendez tries to keep possession. It's Marrero with the ball. Marrero. Dominguez on the right flank. Into Ramos. Ramos block tries to find Borghi, but yeah, Borghi, Ramos and Mendez really at the heart of all the attacks for Metro in the second half. They've really, two of those three players coming on as substitutes, and they've really showed their worth since coming off the bench. Really a strong second half so far for Metro. Who will find the important third goal of this match? Third goal, of course, will give one of these teams the lead in this match. This one played wide to Mendez. Mendez looks for a cross. Good cross comes in. Controlling a shot, fires, and he scores! So the 2-0, a 2-1 lead now for Metro. A good cross by Mendez. Finds, I just mentioned, was top praise in the effort of Mendez, Ramos, and Border and his Border finds the back of the net. A good cross by. Good cross by Mendez. Finds Border and in the 59th minute, Metropolitan take the lead. Two well taken goals here in the early stages of the second half. First, Ramos equalized in the 50th minute of play, and in the 59th minute, Border gives his team the advantage. Border is the correct pronunciation of number 20. So well taken goal, a good cross by Mendez, found Border at the top of the box. He controlled and fired a shot home. Just taking a look at that replay. Yeah, you see the replay, just a strong shot, and keeper Montero, his effort was in vain, and 2-1 Metro. So a lot of work you saw after that. After Metro took the lead, you saw a lot of the Helenites team gathering. Need to find a way back into this match now. It's Mendez again. Mendez with a cross, trying to find Bordegaray. Well, I'm not sure what was said to the Metro players at halftime, but it has certainly worked. They've looked like a completely different team in the second half. What's going on? So one player is on the field. So just to recap, what have we seen so far in this match? In 13 minutes, St. Louis gave Helenites the lead. He was well assisted by McCree to take the lead, so it's a lead that they held on to until halftime, and then in the second half we've seen goal strikes from Ramos and Bordegaray which has given Metro a 2-1 lead. We're at the hour mark now, just past the hour mark in fact, as the players take a drink. It's very hot conditions here at Data Bowling Stadium, so 2-1 to Metro. If they hold on to this lead, they will progress to the semi-finals later this week, which will take place on Friday. So a lot of work to do here now for Helenites. Let's take a look at those two goals. Seen Bordegaray, he with a good cross there to Ramos, and taking a look at the second goal that gave Metro the lead. Mendez with a cross found Bordegaray, controlled it well and fired home. So two well taken goals to give Metro the lead. We're back live again as play has resumed. Mendez plays it back to his defenders. Dominguez now in possession. Metro is getting set to make another substitute. You see the number 28. Geron Ocasio Cepeda. Well, surprisingly, he will replace hat-trick hero in the last match, Teron. Teron has had a quiet game today. He was not his best today. I think the Helenites defenders did a good job in keeping him quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Metropolitan FA in the 64th minute. Leaving the game, number 30, Julian Teron. Entering the game, number 28, Jadon Ocasio. Substitution, Metropolitan FA in the 64.
This one won by Ramos. Ramos tries to find Mendes, but a little too much on that one. Yeah, very high line by the Metro defenders. They're almost on the halfway line. Dominguez and company. Will be an opportunity, of course, for Helenites to beat that offside trap. So Helenites in search of an equalizer here. If not, Metropolitan will be marching into the semi-finals of the CFU Club Shield tournament. De Gans in the center of the field with a lot of space to work with. Finds goal scorer St. Louis. Harper in possession now. Daniel trying to get past Dominguez. So another player is on the ground. Referee Napoleon asking for him to get some attention. So 2-1 the score. What a second half so far by Metro. They trailing 1-0 at the break. They've come out all guns blazing in the second half. Second half goes by Ramos and Bodagaray. Giving Metro the 2-1 lead. Next goal in this match will be very crucial. I figure that another goal by Metro may just put this game to bed, but if Helenites could equalize, they could at least, for the very least, force this game into PKs. Of course, we'll go straight to penalties following the 90 minutes if this game is tied. No extra time in this tournament. So we're back live. Play is about to resume. Cross comes in. Shot at the top of the bus by. Yeah, that looked like Harper, but he didn't get hold of it well and just went wide of the goal, and really disappointing effort. Seen another couple more changes here for Metro. Of course, we're halfway through the second half. So time starting to run out on Helenites. Yeah, we see number 9 coming in. Jorge Luis.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitutions for Metropolitan FA in the 60th minute. Leaving the game, numbers 10, Joseph Marrero, and 20, Fabian Bodagaray. Entering the game, numbers 15, Luis Lozada, and 9, Georgie Luis Rivera. Substitutions, Metropolitan FA in the 68th minute.
Yeah, so the substitutions coming on. Jorge Luis and Luis Lozada replacing Joseph Marrero, and the hero of the moment who has given Metro the lead. That's number 20, Bodagaray. Bodagaray also giving Metro the lead shortly before the hour mark. So trying to climb this. There's a shot by De Gans from just outside the box, goes over the bar. So closing in on just 20 minutes left in this contest. not defensive substitutes for Metro, so they're going to continue probably searching for a third goal here to put this game away. So here Luis is a striker and Luis Losado a midfielder. So forward and a midfielder coming on for Joseph Moreira, midfielder, and Boragaray, who's a striker. So no changes. It seems like there's no changes too. They're gonna continue playing their natural game here, Metro. Don't want to go too defensively and try to hold on for a 2-1 advantage. Because sitting a third goal here for Metro will definitely put them in the driver's seat to come away victorious in this match. Ramos trying to control that one but loses possession, but sorry, now it's with Ramos. This one played wide. On the left flank, across comes in. Just managing to clear their lines here, the Helenites. That cross going in there from the number 8, Marcos Martinez. Wins possession here, St. Louis for Helenites. Showing his pace, but Fall wins the free kick. St. Louis. St. Louis giving Helenites a lead early on in this match in the 13th minute, but that goal seems like a long way. Seemed like a very long time ago now. It's 2 goals by Metro's goals.
Ladies
Goals
and
by
gentlemen,
Metro
a yellow
have
card
given.
has been issued to Metropolitan FA's number 9, Georgie Luis Rivera.
Yeah, Metro 2 goals giving themselves the lead in this contest. 2-1 the advantage. Yeah, so we're into the 73rd minute of play now, so time's starting to run out on Helenites. Harper finds back to his defenders, plays it back again. As York tries to find a pass inside, but to no one really. Keeper Ayala picks up quite comfortably. This one floats in, trying to find Ramos. Ramos controls it quite well. Won by Dominguez. Tense battle there between El Said of Helenites and Dominguez of Metro. This one finds Mendez. Not in a real hurry now, Metro. They know all the pressure on Helenites to find that equalizer. Maroney plays the ball upfield. Lovely part of, just can control that one. So it goes out of play. So the players will take a short break here, another drinks break with the Metro with a 2-1 lead minute number 75. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Yeah, we're just going to take a look at the highlights so far. In this contest, this was the opening goal by St. Louis. Excellent turn there by McCree. And found St. Louis with the easy tap in. Again, this was a ball won here by the Gans and a shot from distance sailed over the bar. And therefore, this was a foul on Helenites defender. This was another one floated into the area. Good header. Was a good header there by Ramos. Yeah, this was the equalizer. Mendez played it wide to Bodagaray. Bodagaray with a lovely cross into Ramos, and Ramos with a beautiful finish to give Metro the equalizer. But just moments later, Metro took the lead. This one was played wide to Mendez, who again started the play. Crosses to Bodagaray, and what a finish that was. Top of the box, 2-1 lead for Metro. So what a second half so far by Metro. They were trailing 1-0 at the break, but they've really come out strong in the second half, and with just 15 minutes left now, they are still holding on to this 2-1 lead. So work to do here for Helenites. Yeah, some of these substitutes have done quite well for Metro. Seen both of those goals. Substitute Mendez very much involved in the build-up. And even the first goal, the equalizer, was also scored by another substitute, Hector Ramos. His glancing header was the equalizer. The play is about to resume here. So into almost 77 minutes complete now. Helenites, can they get themselves back in this match? And of course, if the game is tied, we'll go straight to penalties. No extra time. Really struggling to create goal scoring opportunities in the second half, Helenites. The first half, you saw a lot of good play on the left side by Helenites, led by left back El Said.
Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a substitution for
El Said,
Helenites SC.
along with McCree and
Leaving the game in the 78th minute, number 13,
Daniel, all on the left side. But in this half, they've been fairly quiet on that left flank. Those three players really doing well on the left side in the first half, but must say Metro has done really good to keep them quiet. Good passing here by Metro. Tries to play that one wide, but goes out of play. So throwing for Helenites. So clock continues to tick away into minute number 79. Not the best first touch there by Daniel. A lot of space to work with here for Metro. So it's played wide to Mendez. Mendez tries to get past his defender, but couldn't. This is St. Louis with the ball. Plays it wide to El Said. A lot of space for El Said. El Said slowing it down a bit much. I thought he would have probably tried to run into the space there on the left side. He had a lot of space when he collected that ball, but slowing it down quite a bit and allowing Metro defenders to get back in position. 10 minutes to go in this quarterfinal contest between Metropolitan Football Academy of Puerto Rico and Helenites of the U.S. Virgin Islands. So free kick coming here for Helenites. They have to try to capitalize on one of these opportunities. Free kick floats into the box. Well, team effort in the end was hit a bit too long. So really looking for somebody to step up and give Helenites this equalizer now. Desperate for something special here, Helenites, so they will be packing their bags. Helenites, if they can't find a second goal in the next 10 minutes or so. Of course, Metro may also try to kill some time in this final 10 minutes. Try to run down the clock and hold on for this. Hold on to this 2-1 advantage. This one finds Ramos. Wide to Mendez. Lovely quick pass in here. It's now at the feet of Ocasio. Ocasio attempted ball into Luis, and again Ramos with another header. So still searching for a third goal. Metro, they're not trying to settle for this 2-1 victory. Of course, a third goal will certainly seal the victory now for Metro with just 8 minutes left. Players down. That's only number 17. York is struggling to get up here. Finally back on his feet. Jamal York. York from St. Vincent, representing Helenites of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Metro's keeper Ayala has been sort of just looking on in the second half, has had very little to do. This one fall on the right flank there, so a free kick here coming very close to the corner flag. So more time, more opportunity for Metro to probably get a third goal and also run down the clock a bit. Yes, he tackled there by El Said. Into minute number 84 now, so Metro will be sensing victory now. Off camera, seeing the players for the second and the other quarterfinal. They are making their way onto the side of the field to start their warm-up routine. Of course, the next second match starts at 4 p.m. Yeah, both teams into Willemstad and Delfinaz, both. So 5 minutes, 85 minutes on the clock now, so has to come. This tying goal has to come very soon here for Helenites. This one is booted upfield by Ramos.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Helenites SC in the 86th minute. Leaving the game, number 17, Jamal York. Entering the game, number 14, Jamal Al-Si. Substitution, Helenites SC in the 86th minute.
Ramos with a flick-on header, tries to find Mendes. Loses possession just momentarily, we win back the ball. Metro. So an attempted through ball, trying to find the substitute. That was number 9 trying to run onto that one. Louise. This one is at the foot of St. Louis now. Helenites. Can someone be the hero here for Helenites? This one is a wayward cross and just sails over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. So really lacking the clinical pass in the final third here. Helenites in the second half, they've really struggled to create chances. So tries to find McCree. A tackle here. Both players on the ground. A clash between the two players, and they both will probably need some attention here. You heard one of them scream out in a bit of pain, just taking a look at the replay. Yeah, it was St. Louis going into the tackle. Yeah, St. Louis ending up on the ground along with Martinez of Metro. So Martinez and St. Louis both clashing there in the tackle, and both trying to get someone to. Well, St. Louis is back on his feet, number 16 for Helenites, but Martinez is a bit slow to get back on his feet. Yeah, he's back up on his feet now, so that's a good sign. To be fair, Metro wouldn't be in any hurry to resume play. They're trying to hold on to this 2-1 advantage. Losing possession here, Helenites. Good, strong crunching tackle there. A really strong tackle there by Helenites captain Calvin Metcalf. both St. Louis and Martinez both got injured in the clash a short while ago, both about to make their way back onto the field. Yeah, so into the 90th minute of play now, so not sure how much time will be added on just yet. The assistant referee is about to signal how much time will be added on. So time really running out now here for Helenites. They need a goal very quickly here to force penalty kicks. There's 4 minutes will be added on. So 4 minutes left for Helenites to find an equalizer.
4 minutes added to the second half.
Of course, after this game, we invite you to stay tuned for the second match of this doubleheader at the Atterbury Stadium in Vancouver. Inter Willemstad of Curacao will face
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card was issued to Helenites SC's number 12
of the Dominican Republic.
90th minute.
So right now it looks like Metro will be advancing to that semi-finals on Friday, but still a few more minutes to go. We'll have at least 4 minutes added on time. This is Ramos in possession here for Metro. Played wide to Mendez. Falls to the feet of McCree. McCree trying to create an opportunity, but loses possession and is back with Metro now. Metro trying to waste a few more seconds off the clock. This one a true ball. A good chance. Almost found the feet of Mendez. One back well. Tried to play a true ball to Mendez, but keeper Montero. Ball is at the feet of Digans. Digans to St. Louis. St. Louis back to Digans. Need something special here now. A lovely cross. Right to Daniel with a cross. Tempted cross, and McCree tries to fight for the ball now, but they finally clear their lines. Metro. 2 minutes on the clock left. We're into the 3rd minute of stoppage time, so just about a minute and a half, 2 minutes left in this contest. It has to happen now for Helenites if they want to force a penalty shootout. Through in. Cross comes in, it's headed clear. A shot comes in and it's over the bar. Is it a corner? No, it's a goal kick. So was that a final chance for Helenites? Just 3 minutes almost completed now in second half stoppage time. So by the time this goal kick is taken, probably just have about 40 seconds or so. This one is cleared. Controlled by St. Louis. Tries to make some room for himself, but loses possession. And Metro in possession here. Attacking well. He's fouled, but good, looking for a penalty, but play on, says the umpire. Sorry, the referee, Napoleon. Yeah, I apologize there. I cover a lot of cricket locally and got a little confused there. My colleagues in that data will see him giving me a hard time. But play resumes just so we into 4 minutes have been completed here in second half stoppage time. The Gans with a cross. Trying to find Winchester, but trying to confirm the call from the official. And that'll be it. So 2-1 victory here for Metropolitan Football Academy of Puerto Rico. They will advance to the semi-finals of the CFU Club Shield tournament. On Friday, we ask you to stay tuned. In just about 40 minutes time, we'll have the second match of the doubleheader between Inter Willemstad of Curacao against Delfines of Dominican Republic. 2-1 victory here for Metropolitan Football Academy. Yes, we're just going to take a look at the highlights of this 2-1 victory for Metropolitan. But it was Helenites who took the early lead in 13 minutes. See the cross there from McCree, and Wells just comfortably slotted home by St. Louis. So that's a lead they held on to until the first half interval. But still, this was in the second half. In the first half also, the shot from the guns from distance sailed over the bar. That was a battle there between two players that led to a free kick for Helenites. This one a very lovely glancing header by Ramos that just missed the post. This was the equalizer here. Mendez played it wide to Bordegaray. Bordegaray with a cross that found Ramos, and what a lovely header it was to level up the contest. And just before the 60th minute, Mendez picked out Bordegaray and he slotted home beautifully to give Metro a 2-1 lead. Advantage they held on to until the final whistle. But you see it was quite a physical game, this one. This one was a clash between Martinez of Metro and St. Louis. But eventually that was one of the final key battles in this contest, and Metropolitan holding on to 2-1 victories, and they march on to semi-finals on Friday. Yeah. Match interview with James. I'm here with James Valkenburg, player of the winning team Metropolitan Football Academy. James, very strong second half. How would you summarize the second half showing by your team?
Yeah, I think we went down pretty early. You know, we had some chances in the first half, but we weren't able to execute. And then we made some changes in the second half. We brought more intensity, and we definitely played way better. You know, we got some good crosses in and into our big guy and Pito, and a lot of our other attackers are very clinical. So all we need is a chance or two to get ourselves back into the game.
Yeah, that's first. That's team break. That team talk at halftime really helped. What did the coach tell you guys?
Not to change too much. You know, we know how to play. You know, we play our natural game, and you know, things start clicking for us. You know, maybe it took a little bit longer today, but we believe in ourselves, and we just needed to come out and keep doing, you know, what we know we can do.
Just last question, James. Looking ahead to the semi-finals on Friday, what improvement would you like to see from Metro going forward?
Yeah, we tend to start the games pretty well. We get a couple chances in the first couple minutes, but we know we need to be more clinical right then, just to kind of help ourselves. And defensively, I have to be stronger, you know, on the striker, and I can't let him turn like that in the box. You know, if we fix the little things like that, we have a great chance of you know, being successful in this tournament.
Okay, James, I wish you all the best, and thank you for talking to us this afternoon. All the best. Thank you. Thank you. So now we're going to be joined by, unfortunately, the losing captain, Calvin Metcalf.
Yeah.
Good. Calvin, tough loss today. You got an early goal and you did well. What do you think you could have done better in the second half to probably maintain that lead?
Yeah, I think we came out a little slow, maybe a little tired-legged. Should have got on the ball a little more, keep it. I think we were trying to make a couple passes we probably shouldn't have, given it away a little too easy. Yeah.
When you look back at the tournament, what are any players that you're proud of they're showing and moving ahead in future tournaments? Who were you? Any players you'd like to highlight?
Yeah. I mean, the whole team I love to highlight. A lot of these guys we haven't played together, so it's our first time playing all together. Coming here, no practices. So I'm proud of them for, you know, having a great first game, having a good showing here. I think in time, you know, maybe we can build on that, come back next year. So I'm proud of them all. Yeah.
And finally, Skipper, what's next for this team? What are you looking ahead in the next couple of months?
Yeah. So we're going back to the league. Next thing to do, just grab that title so we can be back here and make it even further, improve ourselves.
Okay, Skipper, all the best and better luck next time. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Okay, that was the end of the post-match presentation. This one, Metropolitan Football Academy emerging 2-1 winners over Helenites. Thank you.
Visit streamblue.com or contact Flo to learn how to subscribe.
It doesn't matter if you speak English or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
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 And we speak with one voice.
The CFU 2026 Club Shield, brought to you by the Caribbean Football Union.